Hello, and welcome to another Slapstick vlog by me, Gherkin Picklewater. Today we are working on an iteration of my personal scent Slapstick and talking about what's going on with my projects in life. To get started, we've labeled a new empty bottle, S4, Slapstick 4. We're going to do a more patchouli heavy base. Last time we did a lot of leather as a mid-tone. Turns out leather is not a hurt tone, it's a base tone, and it lasted forever. So we're cutting back on the leather dramatically and increasing the patchouli. We're going to do a little more base tone than normal. Instead of doing 4 parts out of 10, we're doing 6 parts out of 10 as our base tone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, instead of 6 parts out of 10, we're doing 8 parts out of 10 as our base note. So let's get started and we'll talk about what's going on with life. We're going to start with some patchouli as the primary base for this scent. We're going to actually be putting in a full milliliter of patchouli. So what's been going on? Let me take off these glasses so I can see. They're for driving. I got sick a couple of weeks ago, and I've had bronchitis ever since then. So there's 3/4 of a milliliter. We need 1 more quarter of a milliliter. There we go. That is our patchouli in the pot. I got bronchitis, and I've been sick for a number of weeks, just getting over it. Not contagious sick anymore, but sick enough that I've had to take care with my body and my life. We'll put in 2 milliliters of sandalwood. Sorry, 2/4 of a milliliter, half a milliliter of sandalwood, and half a milliliter of leather. Leather, which I think smells like tobacco shops more than it smells like a piece of leather. Okay, half a milliliter of leather. There we go. And that completes our base. So I'm getting ready to go on a trip to Los Angeles to look at theaters for the Hollywood Fringe. There are 5 theaters in my list that I'm checking out. The Actors Company, the Hudson, the McCadden, the Stephanie Fury Studio Theater, and the Madnani. Not Madani, Madnani. And I have high hopes, I guess. I've had to reduce the number of shows I want to do from 5 to 4 because we're going to have to make 2 trips. One at the beginning of the month for preview season to show off our show and previews and hopefully garner some word of mouth to get people to come back for our final 2 shows at the end of the run. At the end of the month, we're looking at doing shows on the 6th and 7th and the 20th and 21st of June. All right, we're going to Violet. Violet looks like it's going to be 6 drops, so that's going to be 1.5 milliliters. So let's see how much we can get here. That appears to be half a milliliter. This is our heart note. I love the scent and flavor of Violet. I like Violet flavored things. This bottle of Violet was very expensive, and we appear to already almost be out of it, which is a shame. Yeah, it is almost gone. We're going to need to get some more heart note because this Violet is almost out. It was expensive and it was tiny, but it's what I could get. Alright, for our top notes, we're going to use black pepper and a little bit of bergamot. And again, we're going to do 1 milliliter of black pepper and half a milliliter of bergamot. Bergamot and vanilla are the 2 scents in baby powder, and I love the way baby powder smells. So 1 full milliliter of black pepper. So that gives me 1 more quarter of a milliliter there. Yep. And that smells nice. And half a milliliter of bergamot. We're going down to look at these theaters. By we, I mean me. I plan on being there overnight. We're going to see 3 theaters the first day and 2 theaters the second day. Right now, the strongest contenders are the Hudson Theater, because they're the first ones who got back to us with the ability to actually store our trunk. We have this massive steamer trunk. Oop, I messed up somewhere in here. I put the lid for this bottle onto one of the other bottles. So we're going to take this off, put it here, put this here, and see if that works. That works. Alright. Alright, let's give this a good shake and see what it smells like. So the primary, the ones that we're mainly looking at are the Hudson and now the Magnani. Those are the 2 primary, with Stephanie Fury, who's also way up there, but I'm having trouble getting the actual appointment for touring the theater pinned down with them. But they're also very good, and they can also store the trunk for us. Oh, that's very sweet. Huh, I'm not sure about that. I'm unsure about this one. This is S4. That's maybe the bergamot was too much. The bergamot and violet may have been too much for that one. We'll find out in a couple of days once it has settled. Right now, our preference is the S3, which is the one that was leather forward, because it's got a lot more bass to it. And I may just end up having to take out the top notes entirely. We'll put some more of this on. So yeah, we're getting ready to go to LA. We're going to be there for 2 days. By we, I mean me. We are looking at 5 theaters. Hopefully, maybe talk to a director while we're down there, but that seems unlikely at this point because they're not responding to my inquiries in a manner that would make that really feasible. So aside from that, the work for the show is going well. We have been talking to we have one excellent director who can't actually direct us because they don't have time, but they're putting eyes on it and giving us advice, and that's something. That's a great deal. And that's Patty Gallagher, and she's amazing. And she's going to give us some advice and put some eyes on our piece to see what she thinks. But right now we're looking at a couple of other directors to be the actual director, the full-time, doing the work of helping us make this piece work. One of the issues is that I was inspired to make the piece. Obviously, I had a lot of ideas as to what would work, and those ideas keep growing and changing. But I need someone with outside eyes to look at the piece and tell me this does or does not work and why it doesn't work. And that's what I need a director for, because I'm having trouble doing that myself. From the inside, it's hard to make these decisions from the inside, looking out, when you need someone from the outside looking in to say, I see what you're trying to do, and this is why it's not working. But we're rehearsing. We're not rehearsing this week because I'm going to LA, but we're rehearsing every week to go over the show. The hope is to do a local preview performance in May, but again, the theater I've reached out to about that is not getting back to me, and there aren't a lot of co-production theaters in the city. I'm not going to put out extra money to produce it myself if it were just doing previews. If we were doing actual run up here, it might be worth it, but since we're doing the previews up here, I can't afford to spend more money to preview the show in the Bay Area. But at Church of Clown, they co-produce, and that would be a wonderful situation for us, but we haven't heard back about the dates we're looking at, and they're probably just very busy right now. We're looking for dates in May, and it is currently February 14th, so that's quite a bit ahead of the curve. That's how the show's going. It's going very well. I'm very happy with the way it's progressing. My personal progress as a performer, I'm trying to get in I'm trying to play everything I know how to play on the concertina every day, and try to expand my knowledge of the concertina. Though I haven't learned a new piece in a while, I am still learning Molly Malone. Though I need to get back into Love for Sale. I've stopped practicing Love for Sale. I need to practice that some more. I just realized I haven't been practicing that. Love for Sale is a song that we're going to be doing when we add my wife to the solo show that I'm doing. due to an unforeseen apocalypse. The show that I'm working on right now with my clown partner Nick is called Road to Armageddon, and those two shows put together are Apocalypse Clown, the show that we're taking to Hollywood Fringe in June. Everything else is going okay. Just working on life. Today is Valentine's Day, so the wife and I are going to make a Valentine's cake and have some Valentine sandwiches and watch some TV together. And that's about it for today. Thank you for joining me. I'll let you know next week how Slapstick number 4, what we just mixed up today, turns out. All right, bye-bye.